Who did you bring with you today?
Today I have with me Evan Morgan. Evan is the newest staff member for Congressman Kevin McCarthy's office. Evan is a constituent services representative, mostly working with Veterans Affairs issues. Evan did complete 2 tours of duty in Iraq.
Right. Yep.
And lives in Bakersfield now with his wife and 3-year-old daughter.
That's right.
Yeah.
Making a life of it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, but I'm just hoping to kind of bring a unique perspective as a veteran myself, and maybe have kind of that inside look at the system that goes through and really help out definitely with our veteran things and just with all the constituents in general, however I can.
Sure. And Evan, where are you from?
I'm from Bakersfield.
Been from Bakersfield? Okay, so Kern County man all along.
That's right.
Well, Brett Wallace is the leading pitcher, and
Okay.
we really have struggled. That's where our struggle has really been, is trying to establish a number 2 pitcher. And so we've been working at that. There's 3 guys trying to fill that role. Hitting wise, Dylan Herrick and Jeremy Vasquez are our leading hitters.
Well, Brett, what kind of season are the runners having?
Well, we started out kind of slow, but we're getting back into it now. We're playing a lot more better baseball. And
Jeremy, you having a hot year at the bat, huh?
yeah.
And what kind of average you got?
Made about 430 or 450s.
Oh, isn't that good?
Yeah.
And where do you hit the best 2?
I hit to left more. I like pulling the ball and stuff.
Yeah. Get a good wrap around on it and whack it out there.
Yeah, I like driving in runs.
Yeah. Where do you bat in the lineup?
I bat 4th.
So there always should be somebody on then.
Yeah. Hopefully, most. I like hitting with running scoring position the most.
So you're having a good year at the bat as well, huh?
Yeah, it's gone pretty well so far. Hopefully finish out the season strong. And just help out my teammates, bring in the runs, and the wins will come.
Good. And what's your best spot to hit to?
I'm pretty much a pull hitter too, but when I have to, I get the hit and runs down, drive in the runs. And just whatever the team needs me to do. For
Here to provide you with an update on our proposed Rosamond solar project. This is the same presentation I recently gave to the Rosamond Municipal Advisory Council, so for those of you who've already heard this, it'll be good reinforcement. In California, most of the power that comes to our homes is not coming from renewable energy resources. In fact, less than 1% is coming from solar power. We get this data from the California Energy Commission, and it takes them a while to summarize things, so the most recent data they published is 2008. But not too many more plants have come online since then, unfortunately, but we'd like to change that, and we are focusing on building wind and solar plants, solar in the Southwest and wind across the country. This shows where the strongest solar radiation locations are found throughout the U.S., and they are in the desert Southwest areas. The coastal areas tend to have more fog, and the radiation trails off pretty significantly, and Rosamond is right on the edge of some of that very dark red area. It has excellent solar radiation. The green area represents the outline of the property. It's a half a mile north of Avenue A. That's this kind of the center line on the slide. So that's a big paved road down there, and the border with LA County. The project is located generally between 135th and 150th Streets West. The northern part of the property is on Holiday Avenue, and that is a mile south of Rosamond Boulevard, which is another paved street here, but nothing around our project is a county road or paved at this time.
To be doing the drawing at our Crafts Bazaar in December, on December 4th. And then we also have our vending machines that are going to be going up at the community center, drink vending machines, and also at the Jim Williford Park, and that'll generate 15% commission. We're doing a publicity survey right now in regards to all our attendees as to finding out how they learned about our programs. And we're also, as I mentioned, we have the Movies in the Park donation buckets at several of the businesses in here at the district.
Did you know anything about this merit award?
No, I had no idea until I got the letter in the mail. I read it and I was like, oh, I got the congressional award, so yeah.
Right, you got it from Mr. McCarthy?
Yes, I did. From Kevin McCarthy.
I think Mr. McCarthy just started this award last year
Yeah.
to honor high school students that have done really well. Did you know Mr. McCarthy or?
No, I've never met him before, so I'm pretty excited to meet him this Monday.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for a spark, there wouldn't be the thunderbolt, and Jack was definitely the spark that came and has begun to put things together, and Rod has just teamed right up with him.
I'm pleased to present the first Spark Award to a man.
First of all, it's my privilege to have been asked to come back to Rosamond almost 2.5 years ago to help Rosamond CSD decide that they wanted to get a seat at the table in Kern County and become involved in many different organizations. Little did I know that after I came back 60 days later that I would end up as interim general manager and then general manager. And I've had the great enjoyment of working with a fantastic board of directors who have all made a payroll, so they understand private sector and government working together, fantastic staff, and an unbelievable community.
Congressman McCarthy, I was told I have to read it all to you. So it starts off, dear Rodney and your best friend Rick. Let me extend my earnest congratulations to you upon the acceptance of the 2010 Lightning Award. Recognizing our leaders are an integral part in every community. Congratulations, sir.
Resolution of the California Legislature by the Honorable Roy Ashburn, 18th Senatorial District, and the Honorable Connie Conway, 34th Assembly District, relative to commending Rodney Van Norman. Whereas on April 24th, 2010, the Rosamond Foundation will hold its first annual Leaders Business Attire Gala at the Wayside Family Center in Rosamond, at which time it will honor Rodney Van Norman with its Lightning Award for his outstanding contributions to local life, and in recognition thereof, he is deserving of special public commendations. The Rosamond Foundation's Lightning Award is an appropriate representation of Rod Van Norman's passion, power, and persistence for moving the local community forward. Now, therefore, be it resolved by Senator Roy Ashburn and Assembly Member Connie Conway that Rodney Van Norman be congratulated on his selection by the Rosamond Foundation as the recipient of its Lightning Award. Congratulations.
Certificate of recognition presented to Rodney Van Norman as recipient of the Rosamond Foundation 2010 Lightning Award and for exemplary public service and civic contributions to his community and to Kern County, and is dated today's date and signed by all 5 members of the Board of Supervisors. Mr. Norman, congratulations, and if anybody has made a contribution to the community and the county, it's you, sir.
Rodney. Lightning Award, Rod has always been a lightning bolt.
I am used to giving awards, receiving awards. I know it's an honor, but it is difficult because I love seeing staff members get awards. I love seeing the children get awards. But I thank you so much to this foundation. You've worked so hard on it. I know that Mr. Joyce has talked to me many times. Jack, if you really want to know the catalyst behind a lot of the programs that's going on, is Jack Stewart. There are so many people out there that need to be somewhat thanked, and a lot thanked. The Board of Trustees of the Southern Kern Unified School District and one past member, Olaf Landsgaard, and member Mario Gutierrez, supported me because we all had the same vision. It wasn't just my idea, it was the board's idea, it was the community's idea.